What's going on, everybody? Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Have you ever heard the phrase a mother's love? I'm sure a lot of you have, but you often don't hear a father's love. Somebody did a video on TikTok that I want to react to, but I want to associate it with a father's love. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why I want to do that is because we in our society or in society as general, we don't often celebrate fathers and how important or what type of significance it holds in a child's life. However, we often look at the fact that when a dad is not in the home, we use that as political talking points to say why the child is messed up. So I'm going to say salute to whoever made this video. We're going to react to it. Before I do that, I'm sort of doing this in like a live format. So everything's going to stay in the video, mistakes and all, if there's any, right? But let me intro, and then we'll come back and we'll react to this video. Stay tuned.
BWB bandwagon buffs.
That's right. It's your man's Harry Billion. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. Let's go ahead and get right to work. All right. And I can't really, go live right now because of my time constraints. So some of these lives will turn into recordings where I just upload it, and then we can have a conversation in the chat or in the comments. You feel me? When it's live, it's in the chat. I can say, hey, chat. When it's recorded and uploaded, it's in the comments. So let's go ahead and watch the video, and then I'll come back. We'll talk about it, and I will make the association about a father's love. Let's go.
It started as whispers, Shedeur's so behind. But after 3, Dylan Gabriel starts. Those same voices are now saying he's making progress. Progress? From who? The guy who's allergic to touchdowns? Sure, Dylan Gabriel stopped the turnovers Joe Flacco.
Yo, who did this, bro? Who did this video? Hey, yo, salute to whoever did this video. I ain't gonna stop it too many times, but let's run it back. Okay, just forgive me. Let's just run it back because whoever did this is genius. I love it. The guy who's allergic to touchdowns.
It started as whispers, Shedeur's so behind. But after 3, Dylan Gabriel starts. Those same voices are now saying he's making progress. Progress? From who? The guy who's allergic to touchdowns? Sure, Dylan Gabriel stopped the turnovers Joe Flacco was making. But he also stopped the touchdowns too. The Browns call that growth. Because in Cleveland, completing a 5-yard check down is called leadership, but
I can't. Yo, I can't. Completing a 5-yard check down is called leadership, bruh. Hey, yo, salute to you. Yo, who this? Let me check. I don't know who uploaded this. What does it say? Delvin the Truth. Hey, Delvin the Truth. Yo, salute. And then Scott Hale reposted this.
but completing a 50-yard bomb is called arrogance. Shedeur's behind, all right. He's behind a QB with no highlights, a coach with no answers, A system that fears what happens when Shedeur actually plays. But every practice clip they hide, every praise they quietly whisper, and every excuse they recycle is the sound of fear dressed up as progress. So go ahead, Cleveland. Keep saying he's not ready, because when he is, it won't be practice anymore. It'll be prophecy.
Hey, yo, I love it, man. I just love it. So yeah, a father's love. I just want to, let's just say, those who are not Shedeur fans that may click on this video for whatever reason, because obviously I need you to, just like the fans need you. I just want to say, look, if it's at all possible, do me a favor and lay down your disdain, your hatred, your venom, whatever it is, whatever reason you don't like Deion Sanders and you don't like Shedeur Sanders, whether it's their arrogance, is their confidence, is their proposed, I say confidence twice because that's what you're seeing. So, their showmanship, lay down your hatred or your dislike. Maybe some of y'all don't have those deeper rooted feelings. So lay that down for 1 second and lend me your ear, my countrymen. All right. I want you to do this for me. I want you to imagine for a moment. Imagine you're Shedeur's dad. I don't know if you have a daughter or you have a son. Okay. We're not talking binary stuff here. We're just talking regular stuff. Okay. I'm talking about like you have a child. Okay. And you spend your entire life or their entire life, right? Since you've had them, you spend a lot of time making sure they go to practice on time. Those days when you were, running late to practice and you were cutting in and out of traffic, I want you to think about those days, right? Some of y'all probably is right on the frontal part of your memory because you probably just either are doing it right now, listening to me, or you've done it recently where you really care about your child. You're on those soccer fields, you're on the football field or on the baseball field or, the basketball court, tennis court, wherever, or maybe at the pool side, the side of the pool, and your child is a swimmer, whatever it is that your child does, right? You care about your child. You really want the best for your child. Maybe they weren't born with all of the athleticism like some of the other kids that just look so much more athletic. And sometime they just started to pick it up. And you're so proud of them. And you're like a proud parent, whether you are a dad, an uncle, or you are a mom or an auntie or somebody. You don't necessarily have to be that child's birth parent, but you are taking the place of a parent, or you are a guardian and maybe their parents are not in the picture no more. So I don't want to leave you out either, right? Even though I'm talking about a father's love. Okay, so just imagine that. I want you to set aside all of those things that I asked you to set aside in the beginning of the video. And I want you to imagine going through those motions, right? You're in traffic. Practice starts at, let's say, 6:30 or 7 o'clock. You got off of work late, or for whatever reason, you guys are running late. And you just, you're driving, or if you don't drive, let's say you have to catch the bus together and y'all are running. Let's say it's raining or whatever, right? You're running the bus, you see the bus and you ran, like you grab your child, you're like, come on, the bus is here. We're about to miss the bus. And if we miss the bus, we got to wait at least 30 to 35 minutes for the next one. So you tick off, you forget the child, and you have to go back and go grab the child. You're like, come on, let's get up, let's go. You're running late. The child drops whatever, maybe their water bottle, their cleats, whatever they got, they drop it. You're frustrated. You're like, OMG, what is wrong with you, child? So you pick it up, you pick up the child and you run, you make the bus. You get on that bus, you're breathing hard, you sit down and you're like, oh, thank God we made it. You spend all of those times. This is when they're like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever age, right? You make it a practice. And you make it right there on time. They jump into the line. They start practicing. You go, you take a lawn chair or whatever it is that you do, or maybe you sit on the bleachers and you start conversing with the other parents. Y'all are having conversations. You're watching your kids play. And you do this year after year. By the time they get to middle school, you're still doing it. You do your best. Sometimes you do make it late. Sometimes you do miss that bus. Sometimes you yell at them because they dropped that toy when you told them not to take that toy. So you go through all these ups and downs, all of these years you spent, all of those years. And you finally get to the point where, let's say they make it pro, like Shedeur. Not a lot of them do. This is for leisure. You know what I'm saying? When you're playing sports, you're trying to teach the child some type of discipline, to have some type of leisure activities, to make friends outside of school. So you do this. Some of y'all don't even get to experience the professional arena. But let's say you happen to be Deion Sanders and your child makes it to the pros. We're not going back to the draft situation. Let's just say they made it. And you get to this certain point and you see because you're Deion Sanders, you know how things are supposed to go because you've played the sport before. You understand how it's supposed to go. But for some odd reason, it's not going the way that you know it's supposed to go. Everybody's saying it. Oh, they get reps. Oh, they don't get reps. Oh, this is supposed to happen. That ain't supposed to happen. But you as a parent, you're sitting back and you're like, man, I wonder what is going on. Mothers are nurturers. Fathers are kind of like, we sit back, we assess situations, but we're fixers. When anything happens, we try to fix that situation. We often celebrate mothers because mothers are nurturers. You feel me? So oftentimes we give them the flowers. We give them most of the things. But fathers, we have this love. We have this special thing in our heart for our kids. I have two, my boys. Elijah, he's 18 and he's in college, studying computer programming. Then I have Micah. Micah's 10, 5th grade year. We're grateful. If it's 6th grade, Micah, forgive me, but I think it's 5th grade. I think it's 5th, if I'm not mistaken. Lord, I hope it's 5th. Is it 5th or we in the 6th grade now? Oh, Lord. I'm a father, can you tell? That's why mothers get all the daggone flowers, okay? Lord, I think it's 6th grade. Oh, man, I messed that up. But anyway, I'm a father. Please forgive me. Charge it to my head and not my heart, okay? Maybe I can't remember, but my heart, I mean well. So, Micah, if you see this video, my bad. All right, so my kids, they're special to me. I give advice for Elijah right now. I'm more of a mentor. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father/mentor. I'm giving advice here and there. Hey, make sure when you get that homework, or when you get the classwork, take it outside of the classroom and try to make sure that you understand it in the real world, like how it's going to be used in the real world. And try to get the education out of it, and do the homework, but don't stop there. Take it a little further. For Micah, it's like, hey, how you doing? Make sure you find the smartest person in that class and go get them. And Micah came home yesterday and he's like, Daddy, I got a story to tell. I got something happened today. I said, oh, Jesus. He said, no, Daddy is good. I said, okay, great. Whew, thank God. He said, Daddy, he started with his stories, and I'm like, he's not like me. He don't know how to tell a story. So his stories go like this. His stories do that weird dance that, the hip hop music make you do today. Like you don't really know how to move your body. So it's like it goes like this, and then you don't know if you should, you know what I'm saying? You don't know if it's this or not. It's like that weird thing. So his stories go from here to there to there. So I just said, Michael, cut to the chase. I can't. Not today. So he said, Daddy, I got the most fours in the class. I'm the top of the class. I said, whoa. So now you're the one that people have to come get? He said, yes. My man, Micah, salute to you. I'm saying all of this to say how special our sons are or our kids are to us. So if you have a daughter, salute to her. We go through all of these things. We're not as outspoken. We're not nurturers. We don't know all of the details. I'm forgetting that he's probably in the 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? Mothers, they do all of the little details if they're in the picture. But fathers, we have this special bond with our kids. When you're in the kid's life, there's this special thing that's in the kid's life. Now I want to transition to thinking about keeping all of that in your mind. Let me give you a little bit of a glimpse of what Coach Prime may be going through. Coach Prime says that Shedeur needs him. Coach Prime is not coaching in the pros. But Coach Prime actually knows a lot of pros. He knows a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. Coach Prime still has friends in the industry. He still has friends in the NFL. He knows what's going on. I just want you to imagine for a second, like how hard it must be for Coach Prime, where you know that we get this nepotism situation. We understand that, right? Daddy ball, and all of these things that goes on in sports because that's your child. The only thing is that Deion Sanders' son is not just any type of football player that just happens to be his son. He's not promoting something where he knows that his son is suspect and he's just forcing it, right? So, like, we can talk about LeBron James and his son, Bronny, right? Where at first it didn't really seem he wasn't necessarily ready because he didn't spend enough time in college. So it felt like it was a little bit forced. But this is not that situation. Shedeur from high school to HBCU, Jackson State, to Colorado, Boulder. Shedeur has always played at the highest level of the game. Beat out so many quarterbacks in Texas. He was on draft boards. He won awards in college. Like, the dude is legit. The antennas of the haters and the disbelievers are going up. Bing, 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 bing. They're ready to go into the comments and start saying he ain't nothing. He ain't good. Why was he drafted? If he's all of that, why was he drafted? I said, set that stuff aside for a second. You can't deny what I'm saying is true. Because if he wasn't that good, he wouldn't have won in high school. He wouldn't have won 3 state championships. He wouldn't have won the awards that he won when he was in college, having the great arm that he has. He won an award for that arm. So I'm just stating what transpired. He was supposed to go top 1, top 2, top 3, at least top 10 in his draft class. It didn't happen, but he's good. So it's not like Coach Prime didn't raise, Coach Prime is just trying to force Shedeur Sanders on us and, oh, he's no good. He understands who he raised. He understands who he has. He understands his talent. Shedeur did a lot for Colorado. Even if you don't believe, go check the records. Broke a lot of records. So for you to know that, if you're Coach Prime, for you to know that your child should have went first round if you're Coach Prime, for you to understand that your child is not somebody you're trying to force on people, that he really have the talent and he's really good enough and he's really that good, and to be better than the quarterback ahead of him and to be better than half of the quarterbacks in his drive class and they're getting opportunities. For you to know that as Coach Prime and then sit back and see what's happening to your child, it must be hurting him. Remember all of the times where you were trying to catch the bus or you were bobbing and weaving through traffic. All of those days where it was hard to wake up, but you had to go. You had to leave work early. All of those days that you put in as a parent. A father's love is something that's man, if you're a father, you know what I'm talking about. I'm lost for words just to tell you a father's love. We want the best for our kids. For you to be Coach Prime and to know that your son put in the work. He woke up. He prepared his body. He did everything. You cried. There was tears. There were days where you just couldn't do it, but they still got up and did it. There were days where no matter what, it was like he put in the work. And that's all you tell your kids. Just put in the work. Just do the best that you can. If you do your best, the results will come and the accolades will show up. And you tell them all the time. And you know that your child, if you're Coach Prime, your child did everything you asked of them. And now they're in the hands of another man or an organization, other men. And they're not doing what you know is supposed to be done. Imagine the pain and the hurt that Coach Prime could be feeling. Or imagine the pain and the hurt that you as a parent could be feeling right now. That all of this is going on. You ask your son, son, are you ready? Text back, yes, Dad, I'm ready. Son, have you studied the playbook? Do you know what's going on with the playbook? Do you need help? Dad, no, it's not that serious. I'm ready. I know the playbook. I know the different plays that they're calling. I'm preparing the defense. I'm preparing people to do this every Sunday. I'm ready, Pops. So what do you think is the problem? Pops, I don't know. I'm just staying ready. I have no idea. Imagine like the hurt and the pain that a dad may have, knowing that we're fixers, knowing that when something happens, we want to find the solution. And him being a dad and not being able to do anything, feeling that helpless feeling. It's like, this is just a loose example, but it's like your child getting jumped and you're watching your child get jumped and there's nothing you can do. Just imagine that for 1 second. Imagine your child is getting bit by snakes and there's nothing you can do because you are so afraid of snakes. Lord have mercy. Run, son, run. That's me. If you're getting bit, bro, shoot. I am so terrified of snakes. But just imagine your child is in pain and you can't do anything about it, even though you can. Imagine that feeling, that helpless feeling you feel as a child, as a parent or as a father, and you can't do anything because some other man is in charge. The pain, I cannot describe the pain. I'm not in that situation that Coach Prime is in. You're not in that situation. Or some of y'all may be. Some of y'all may have kids in college that may not be getting the opportunity because another coach or another man is in charge. But for the most part, most of us are not in that situation. So you can only use your imagination to imagine a little bit, given the stories and the scenarios I've given out. You can only imagine for a little bit what Coach Prime may be going through. But that pain, there's no way to describe that pain that he's feeling. There's no way to describe the feeling he has, the gut-wrenching disgust that he has for Shedeur. And not to say that Dillon Gabriel does not deserve the playing time. That ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the fair competition that was promised, that was a broken promise. There was no fair competition. I don't want to relitigate everything that we've already had a conversation about. I just want to remind you that even if you're thinking, oh, what about Dylan Gabriel's dad? His dad is proud of him starting. I'm not saying that Dylan Gabriel does not deserve that opportunity. But what you want is fair competition. Put them side by side. The thing that you do get in the NFL at the professional level is that if two people are going for a job, you put them head to head and let them fight. Let them compete. And then may the best man win. And if the best man win, then you can celebrate the other guy. But it's hard to celebrate Dylan Gabriel because there was no fair competition. I understand about the third round and the fifth round. I understand that. But if we can rewind the tape and go back, Shedeur should have never went fifth to begin with. So I'm talking about the pain that Coach Prime is feeling, not the pain or not the happiness that Dylan Gabriel's father is feeling or his guardians are feeling. I don't know about his father. I don't know who he is. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the unfairness that Deion Sanders had to go through and that he's still going through. When they keep telling you that your son ain't ready, when your son has told you, Dad, I'm ready. They keep telling me I'm not ready. They keep saying in the media that I'm not ready, but Pops, you know I'm ready. That pain is different. That pain is different. It's different from Dylan Gabriel having the opportunity, the type of pain that his dad may be feeling when it seemed like the whole world is against him and he's trying his best. He worked hard as well to get to where he's at. And it seems like the Shedeur fans are against him, but he's still there. That pain is different from when you know your child did their best and you told them everything, they've done everything that you've told them to do. And another man is trying to take away or is not treating him fairly. That pain is different from Dylan Gabriel's pain that his guardians or his friends and everybody that may be going through something, that pain is different from the pain that Deion Sanders is feeling. Because if them two were to go head to head and we saw the fair competition, I don't think that anybody's here would have said, oh, if Dylan Gabriel fairly won out that competition, that any one of us would have said, dang, yeah, you still should start Shedeur. I'm sure some of us would, but we know who's the better quarterback. But I just wanted to just give y'all a sense of what Deion Sanders could be going through, knowing that his child has done everything that he's asked his child to do, and yet he's not being treated fairly. And I do understand that the world is not fair. But I do know that Shedeur is in a good place because when you listen to him and you look at him, he's like, Pops, you already know what you did your part. Let me do mine. I'm going to be all right. Just let me do my part. When they give me that opportunity, I'm going to be ready. You know I'm a Sanders. You already told me stay ready, and I'm staying ready. They can say whatever they want to say in the media. They can play that game. We know how to play this game just like they do, but we do it better. The fans are still behind him, and he knows that. The energy is still there. The prayers are coming from the machete uncles and aunties. The Bible told in machetes, aunties and uncles, the prayers are still coming in. And when Shedeur gets that opportunity, regardless of what the organization may try to do to try to stifle that opportunity, it ain't gonna matter. Because like the end of this video where it says, it'll be prophecy, he'll be ready. I'm gonna end the video by playing this one more time. Think about what this video is saying. And salute to the creator of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Let's watch it together again. I'm going to laugh. I know I am.
It started as whispers, Shedeur so behind. But after 3, Dylan Gabriel starts. Those same voices are now saying he's making progress. Progress? From who? The guy who's allergic to touchdowns? Sure, Dylan Gabriel stopped the turnovers Joe Flacco was making. But he also stopped the touchdowns too. The Browns call that growth. Because in Cleveland, completing a 5-yard check down is called leadership, but completing a 50-yard bomb is called arrogance. Shedeur's behind, all right. He's behind a QB with no highlights, a coach with no answers, a system that fears what happens when Shedeur actually plays. But every practice clip they hide, every praise they quietly whisper, and every excuse they recycle is the sound of fear dressed up as progress. So go ahead, Cleveland. Keep saying he's not ready, because when he is, it won't be practice anymore. It'll be prophecy.
Bravo, Delvin, if that's you. Bravo. Salute, guys. I wish Dillon Gabriel well, but this is competition. Somebody's got to win. And I want Shedeur to win. I'm Harry B. The B means billion. I see you on the next one. Brah. I'm out of here.